Nothing will deny you if you pray like this. Connie Mendez. In this video, we will talk about the correct way to pray so that God, the universe or energy, whatever you want to call it, opens all the doors of abundance for you. Everything that you ask will be granted to you. Generally, people do not know how to pray correctly, and that is why we believe that God does not hear us, not receiving what we ask for. The first thing you must understand is that the universe is governed by spiritual laws which are accurate and never fail. However, we must learn to apply them correctly so that they work in our favor throughout our life, through which you have acted on these laws, but perhaps you have not applied them correctly. That is why that today I will explain and teach you how to ask correctly, and the universe will lay everything at your feet, everything. We think that saying and feeling manifests. Whatever you say, you receive. But what happens when we ask for something we want and are we not receiving? There are several factors. Next, I will explain what they are. Please pay close attention to every word I mention here. So, when you finish listening to this video, you will leave here with all the correct information you need to make your desires manifest. Take these minutes for yourself, very important that you do this. You also deserve to have a life full of blessings, achievements, and success. It's just a matter of learning the correct way to pray so that God places the universe at His feet. Let's start with the first point where people fail, and of course they don't get what they ask for. This is when they make positive statements, but use words in the future tense. Let me give you an example. Today, I'm going to have a wonderful day. We must understand that we live in an eternal present. Tomorrow never comes because tomorrow will be today. If you ask for the future, you are sending the universe information that you want this in the future, and the future never comes. Therefore, it is very important to always pray in the present tense. Instead of saying I will have to change, say, I have to. Today I am having a wonderful day, even though I am going through a difficult, unpleasant situation at that moment. The correct way to change is to always speak in the present. I'll give you another example. I see a lot of comments saying, thank you, Father, because you will give me everything I desire. And the will you give it to me will never come. Change it to give thanks, Father, that you give me every moment everything I desire. Affirmations open doors and have power in the universe that you can't even imagine. Say them in the future, they don't materialize because the future doesn't exist. It's when people believe that God doesn't hear them because they aren't getting what they want by praying. It's what you say with your mouth. We are in constant prayer every day. That's why it's very important to pay attention to everything you say, think, or feel. God gives you what you ask for when you do it in the right way, and that way is to always ask in the right way. Another point where what people fail when asking is that they ask and choose the time they want to receive. Let's say you choose a new car. God won't give it to you at the time you want it. In this case, we are like spoiled children who get angry with Him if He doesn't give us what we ask for when we want it. This happened to me too. God also keeps His laws, and everything we desire will come at the right time. I guarantee it is now. Pay attention to this. How many times has it happened to you that you made affirmations from a video you watched, but nothing came true for you? I'll tell you why it didn't happen. First, because you asked in the future tense, and second, because you finished asking and sat waiting to fall from the sky. God doesn't work like that. Everything you want is already prepared and waiting for you, but there is the law of vibration that is super powerful in the universe. According to how you vibrate, that's what you attract. Let's say you ordered something and kept looking at the clock to see when it would arrive, and of course, since it didn't arrive when you wanted it, you stopped believing it was real. This is a big mistake that most people make, and remember, I made this mistake too until I learned how the laws work and everything changed in my life. First of all, when you desire something and the idea of that something enters your mind, it is already created for you and is waiting for you, on condition that you ask for it in the right way so that it can be manifested to you. Quantum world, everything exists and is all created for you. When the desire for something enters your mind, it is because it is already ready to be delivered to you. But you must vibrate at the necessary frequency for it to manifest. If you ask for something and then doubt that you will receive it, you are changing the vibration, and that desire you have moves away from you. Similar vibrations resonate together, while those that are different separate themselves. If you ask for something you want, first of all, you must have the conviction that you will receive it, and secondly, you must remain on that frequency. How will you do this? Knowing that your desire has already been created in the universe and that it will enter your life when you least expect it. Learn to trust the laws because they exist and are accurate. You must have faith that He will receive you and let God organize everything in the perfect time for you. You must receive it, as St. Paul said, that faith is the certainty of things hoped for and the conviction of things unseen. Why do you doubt whether you will receive it? Because most people believe that they first need to see it to believe it. But the universe doesn't work like that. Learn to believe to see, and I guarantee that God will place the universe at your feet, and you will be able to manifest everything you want in your life. Because if it enters your mind, it enters your world. Rest assured that you will receive and remain calm, at peace, knowing that your desire is already being created. Imagine it's like bread that needs to rise and then bake. It's the same principle. There's a perfect time to manifest. If you put the bread in the oven without letting it rise, it won't come out as it should. Another point where people fail is believing that they can only get what they currently see with their eyes. Let me give you an example. You want abundant money, but you have a fixed monthly income from your job. So you wonder how you can have abundant money if your winnings are limited. People believe that they have to play the lottery to be abundant, and they cling to the idea that this is the only way to have abundant money. Well, let me tell you, a person who winning the lottery often ends up poorer than before and even separated from their relatives. Firstly, because it does not vibrate in the abundance of money, and as I just mentioned, similar vibrations resonate together, while those that are different separate themselves. This will lead them to quickly lose the money they want. They thrive on scarcity and believe that the lottery will save them. Similar vibrations resonate together. So, if you vibrate in scarcity, you will attract more scarcity. So stop relying on the lottery to improve your finances because it won't happen. Learn to vibrate in abundance, and abundance will constantly flow into your life. I guarantee this is so because I live in abundance every day of my life. If you want financial freedom, get out of the victim mentality of constant scarcity. From this moment on, declare and affirm that you are abundant. Now listen to me, even if you don't have money right now. Affirm as many times as you can throughout the day. I am abundant. I guarantee that abundance will come into your life. Sometimes people ask me how I can say I am abundant when I open my wallet and there is no money. Stop saying you don't have money because that's also a statement. When you look at your wallet without money and say it is abundant, but you don't really believe it and feel anxious when you see your wallet empty, you are applying the law of vibration, and your affirmations will not work because you feel scarcity in your heart. I will say it again. Listen to me carefully. Feel abundant. Don't just affirm it with words. Feel abundant. You must really feel it, and when you least expect it, God will grant you all the abundance you desire. In this case, regarding money, let me tell you something that used to happen to me every day before to apply these laws correctly. My financial situation was terrible, and every dollar I took out of my wallet filled me with anguish that you can't even imagine. When I say that we are always applying universal laws, you will understand why. Here, when I had that anguish by spending my money on what I needed, when I felt like I was running out of money, I was vibrating in scarcity. And of course, under the law of vibration, I was attracting more scarcity. Today, with every dollar I take out of my wallet, I make with happiness and gratitude. I constantly bless my money and experience something crazy but wonderful at the same time. When I use my money, it never ends. It seems to multiply in my wallet. I always have money because I vibrate in constant abundance. Now, pay close attention. If you want constant abundance, money won't fall from the sky, and you won't win the lottery. You may wonder, then, how will this happen to me if I only have one source of income from my job? I'm going to tell you how this happened to me, and I know many people who experience the same thing, so I say this. the law of abundance works like this. I began to decree and affirm that I was abundant, even when I didn't have enough food. I stood firm and was convinced that I was abundant. And at that time, my job was in a bad situation. Still, I continued to affirm that it was abundant, and I didn't feel anxious about my gift because I already knew that my affirmations would manifest at the perfect time. My bread of abundance was already baking. I was convinced of what Sao Paulo said. Within a few days, clients started coming to me from everywhere, my economy started to grow, and not only did I have more work, but doors of abundance opened for me in other areas as well. God placed the universe at my feet. That's why I tell you to eliminate the thought that only the money you earn from your work can enter your life. Listen, when you declare yourself abundant constantly, miracles will come. In your life, you may be offered a pay raise or a better job. God's channels are limitless, and money will come into your life in ways you least expect, because the laws never fail. So stop limiting yourself or believing that abundance is only for those who win the lottery, or even worse, stop believing that abundance is not for you. When you change your vibration and are in high frequency, the universe opens golden doors for you. Now here's an important point. All the blessings that come into your life are not just for you. Learn to share them with your loved ones or whoever you choose. God loves that, I can assure you. And lastly, always be grateful. Gratitude creates miracles in your life. Everything you express gratitude for multiplies. Wake up thanking God for the wonderful day you had and express gratitude for every situation you encounter. Miracles beyond your imagination will begin to happen to you. Now, to sum it all up. First, when you affirm and decree, always remember to do it in the present tense, always in the present tense. No word in that statement should be in the future tense. It is crucial that you modify this second one. Don't ask for something and then doubt its manifestation when you don't receive it right away. Don't change the statement you made when you asked. Please listen. I trust that laws never fail. Third, stop limiting yourself by believing that money is limiting for you. Money and oxygen are the most abundant things in the world, and by divine right, you should be abundant too. Fourth, trust, have faith. This is the faith that Jesus spoke of when he said, "Whatever you asked for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours." He also said that it is my Father's wish to give it to him. The fifth point, of the kingdom to share his blessings. The abundance that comes into your life is not just for you. And lastly, be grateful every moment for everything that happens to you every day. Everything, absolutely everything, is at your fingertips. You just need to pray in the right way, and God will open the golden doors for you. Don't just take my word for it, try it for yourself. I deeply hope that I helped you with this video because you too deserve to have a wonderful life full of blessings, achievements, and success. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Thank you for watching. Thank you.